Good evening and welcome to a homegrown St. Louis episode of Benchwarmers Basement Banner. I am your host, Woody. My co-host,
Aaron Rodgers, representing the Cardinals jersey
right.
today.
Hey, every episode
the draft is over. It is officially baseball season.
I'm still here doing your discount double check.
Double check.
Yeah, we still represent. But yeah, it's baseball time. It's St. Louis time. Hold on. There is still football being played.
Whoa.
Ready for it? Caw! Yeah, let's start this off positively. Screw the nuts.
Hey,
the freaking battle.
Guess who's 2-0?
2-0.
Is it 2-0? Battlehawks?
4-1.
4-1.
Ooh, yeah! Whatever. They're winning so many games you can't keep up.
I forgot how often they play.
Dude, it's every week. It's pretty great. Yeah. Caw! Suck it, Cronky. There we go. I'm going to do that every win. Every win.
Suck it, Cronky.
And they're winning a lot. Yeah, love it. We'll get to the Cardinals in a minute, but yeah, your St. Louis Battlehawks, our professional football team, 4-1. Throttled DC. That team had never lost at home. Whole history of the XFL, UFL, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, 45-12, my friend. AJ McCarron.
Smacked him.
Stud. Yeah, I mean, they're great. Like, this is crazy. Stan Kroenke, if you're out there listening, if you put a good team, if you build it, they will come. If you win games, hell, you just put a team in that stadium, they'll come. I'll stop the Kroenke's talk right there, because these guys, screw his shadow. They are 4-1. They've won 4 in a row. They lost the opener. The Dome is freaking rocking. This is the most electric St. Louis football has been since the greatest show on turf.
Absolutely.
Trust me, after watching Rams football for a year, I feel pretty good with that statement. Like, this is great. They're selling the Dome out. They've said 4 wins in a row. This last game, and this is actually a good team. AJ McCarron is playing like he's at Bama again. He is the leading MVP candidate, 10-1 tutty to pick ratio.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They're running over teams. I love their coach. He's fiery. They've got talent. I mean, you watch them, like, on offense, it's fluid. Defense finally stepped up. They got a slow start to the year. Last game, they got 4 turnovers. Oh, cool thing. You know who the DC quarterback is? Jordan Tomlin.
Hey, the old Battlehawks quarterback.
They shoved it right up his ass. I loved it. I actually like Tomlin. I'm sorry, buddy. Put him on the turf. 3 picks got from him. They've actually got some names that I think NFL fans would recognize. You remember one of the many times Saquon Barkley went down, a guy by the name of Wayne Gallman?
Wayne Gallman, yeah.
That's a blast in the past, yeah.
Hey, I picked him up for fantasy one year.
He was out of Barkley stash. I think I picked him up every year when Barkley went down. Happened every year. But yeah, him, there's is it Jacob Sayers, I think, the other running back. They've got a pretty good running back duo. Hakeem Butler, he played in the NFL for a hot minute. Steelers, Browns, I believe. He's huge. He's like 6'5", 220. Big boy. Go get that ball. He, great receiver. Marcel Altman, Jacor Pearson, like, they've got weapons. Like, I'm seriously, these guys, they're exciting to watch. They move the ball. Turnovers on defense, like, it's a hell of a football product. Like, I want to go to a game. Really do. Hashtag, let's start a GoFundMe for Woody to go to a Battlehawks game.
Woody go to a Battlehawks game.
Caw! There we go. Thank you. Caw! But yeah, I love it. Like I said, it's great to have football back in the Dome. It's St. Louis. They show up. We love our teams. That's all I got to say. That's my positivity. Now we go to the Cardinals.
Positivity is not necessarily the word I'd use for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Well, Sonny Gray looks good.
Hey, Sonny Gray looks fantastic.
He does.
Honestly, all of our starting pitching has looked surprisingly good, minus Steven Matz.
Why does he still start?
I honestly, I don't know.
Oh, wait, it's because we don't have better options. That's right.
Right. Yeah. You know, we got that Liberatore guy. Never mind. Yeah, he's not great either.
He's actually looked good in the pen. I like what he's done in the pen. I think he's better suited in the pen. It sucks. That's your Randy A trade, going back to that.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, his numbers, ERA is not bad. His K to walk ratio is not great, but, like, the eye test. Watch him in the pen, like, he he's pumping like.
He's got strong stuff. Like that's why I thought he'd be all right as a starter. But
I did too. But you know what? That 97 plays way better in the pen than 93, 94, 92 as a starter does. He's looked good, and we need that lefty aspect from the pen.
Well, we need it as a starter too because Steven Matz ain't doing it.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I'm just trying to look for him looking good in some sort of scenario. But you touched on our pen. It's been great. Really has. Like pitching as a whole. We'll start with the starters. I'm gonna eat crap on Sonny Gray. Like he has looked like an ace. He really has.
I thought that maybe he was more of a complimentary ace, a guy that can be
like
your strong number 2.
Yeah. I agree, and he still might be. This small sample size, but
we don't have anyone better than him right now.
Oh yeah, for us he's an ace. I'm talking for a good team.
Yeah.
Yep. He's looked great. Strikeouts. Holy crap. This is what I don't know where this came from. Which said he's faced like the A's. Part of that's level of competition. But, he's looked great.
It's 2 starts into this, even into the 3rd start, I was like, this guy may never give up a run.
Yeah. Oh, electric. That slider. He knows how to pitch. He really does.
Yep.
The guy gets the most out of his stuff. He's been great so far. The other offseason signings that I ripped, like Lynn's looked good. He's been about 5 and dive.
He kept the ball in the park.
So far, as the weather warms up, I hope it's
Granted, he's still giving up home runs. He's given up some home runs. He's been good about keeping those to solos.
He's not leading the league in homers yet. Not yet. Him and Gibson either. Gibson's looked pretty good. He's got, a couple quality starts. He looked great today against Detroit. Honestly, for what you signed those guys for and want them to be.
They are what you thought they were.
They are what we thought they were. Doing screen stuff there. Yeah. They've been fine. Like, that is pretty solid 1 through 3 so far. Michaelis, didn't look good against the Dodgers. Who does?
He's bounced back a bit since then, but he's not been the ace of the staff that he was projected to be.
I never thought he's an ace, but if you pencil him in as number 3, I feel fine about it. He's
our number 2 then.
Well, you see, we have a conglomeration of about 3 guys.
Is it Gibson or is it Lynn?
If we had to do the playoffs right now, I'm probably throwing Lynn 2, Gibson 3.
I agree with that. Just because I think
the problem is we have to have this conversation.
Lynn's got that dog in him.
Yeah, he does.
Lynn's got that dog.
He's got that. I'm going to shove it up yours, and you see what happens.
Bases were already loaded, so fuck it.
What more can happen? He's like, you just hit that ball 500 feet. My 94 mile an hour here. Screw you. Here comes a 95. The next guy. Oh, dude, I love the bunt. That was it. I can't remember, was it the Miami guy or Jake Berger hit like a 450-foot bomb to Big Mac land? And the next guy bunts.
That's fine.
Yeah. All right. You're a man. You hit that ball like a man. That next guy bunted. You pussy. You're dead to me. He just, after that, was like pissed at the world, pumping in strike. Was it like 9 pitches and struck like the next? He's like an immaculate inning. And he's walking on the mound. He's still cussing. Not about the bomb. Bud, you fucking pussy. So I go back to the minors. Yeah, he's my 2. I love that. I love Lance Lynn.
He's got that dog in him.
That dog, just don't bunt against him. He might beat the hell out of you. He really might. Love Lance Lynn. Yeah, he's my 2. But like I said, the problem is 2 through 4, it's like, no. And then, 5 sucks. And, man, we're going to try to stay positive. Our bullpen, amazing.
Yes.
I didn't think you'd say this. It's like you get the 7th inning with the lead, game over. Like,
yeah, well, it's got to be because, it's only a 2-1 lead. So,
don't bank on the offense putting up insurance runs. Dude, all right, Kittredge, Tampa Bay trade. Richie Palacios has looked amazing. But guess what? I don't care.
Kittredge looks just as good.
Yeah, I don't care. That's my thing with us trading. Mo, if you get something good in return, screw it. Give away a good guy.
We won't complain that much.
No. We'll still bitch a little.
If you get Liberatore for
a perennial MVP guy, that looks kind of bad. But, my thing is, we got our 7th inning, could be 8th inning guy. Cool. Like, he's been great. Romero, I was wrong on this guy. I thought he was like just a...
Who did we trade for him?
Phillies, let me think.
Sosa. Edmundo Sosa. Yep, that is correct.
Yeah, I mean, that...
That was right after he hit an umpire in the face of the pitch.
We won a trade. What happened? Poor guy. Man, was it Angel Hernandez?
I hope so.
That might have helped him.
It was.
Really might have. Buckner? Oh, okay, so yeah, I mean, you got Kittredge, Romero, Helsley, the end of the pen. It's looked great. I love Ryan Fernandez. That guy's stuff. I watched the Mets game this last Sunday. They couldn't hit that slider with a freaking Bodor. Like, oh my gosh. It's got Velo, drops off the table. Like, he's looked great. Liberators look good in the pen. Like, that's 5 good options. Gallegos, I'm sorry. That was our...
honestly, I don't think Gallegos is as much of a surprise. He had his ups and downs, but like Gallegos as a whole for the Cardinals has been a pretty solid acquisition.
Gallegos as like your 5th or 6th best arm out of the pen means you have a damn good pen.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. He came over the Voit trade, I think.
Yep.
The Yankees and Chase.
Overall, I think that we won that trade because Gallegos has been pretty good.
Voit had one amazing year in the
amazing half year.
COVID year, which was the whole year.
Yep.
But you're right. It was 60 games. But yeah, I mean, our pen though, top to bottom, pretty dang good. I want to see to fill out the pen. We have Nick Robertson, John King. They've thrown like 6 innings combined. But I mean, hell, I'm nitpicking. That's 7th, 8th guys. Like our pen's top 5 in baseball. Been amazing. My problem is, with you look at the full season approach with our pen throwing about 50% of the innings. Yeah. Steven Matz, pick it up. I don't know that they can keep it up, or it's fair to ask them to keep it up. Like our 1 through 4 starters, fine. We have the 5th starters a product.
I will say Gibson. I think it was either his 2nd or 3rd start. He got blown up inning 2 or 3.
Marlins.
Yes.
First inning, we were down.
I will say that Gibson in that particular start, while he did get blown up, he did what we signed him to do. He gave you 6 innings that game.
Oh, it's 6.
Yeah.
I was saying
he gave 5. It may have been 5.
Still,
he gave you 5 or 6 innings. It's just like, while he did get blown up, didn't he kind of do?
He didn't kill the pen.
Job.
Yeah. Survived to fight another day.
Yeah.
We didn't have that last year. Like, if these guys, with this approach, I don't think our staff is overwhelming, but if the pen's this good, you can give them innings to keep them healthy all year long. You can win with the strategy. You can. You've either got to have a very good staff or be able to get you 5 and have a damn good pen. But with that strategy, they've got to keep it consistent. They can't wear out this pen. Our manager, relies on his shoulders. With a team like this, a roster like this, how do you feel about that?
Honestly, if this team was hitting right now, this may be a
Turner Ward.
We may be a 20-15 team.
Yeah, it's feasible.
Or 20-12.
Or it might be even. Yeah, we could be leading the division. Honestly.
Yeah, if this team was hitting. We're not that bad of a team.
Yeah, I think the thing with pitching is if it can hold up all year.
Which honestly is just the opposite of what I thought this team.
Me too. I think in our preview we said Cardinals top 10 offense pitching gonna kill us.
Right now we are a top 10 pitching team.
Yeah, we are,
and probably a bottom 3rd.
Well, we'll talk about that. How does 28th in baseball sound to you as far as runs scored before today?
That is bottom 3rd.
It's not great. How does hitting less home runs than Miami Marlins sound to you?
Who do they have?
Josh Bell. Jake Burke. Nope, he's hurt.
Chisholm?
Oh, I forgot about him. Yeah, he's really sucked it up. But yeah. Irregardless, when you have Goldie, Nadeau, Contreras, Gorman, Walk. Oh, no, he's in the minors. When you have the talent.
Tyler. Oh, never mind.
Oh, yeah, he's doing pretty good for Boston. Don't worry. We got Nick Robinson. Who's
does Tyler O'Neill actually have more home runs than the rest of our team?
No, but he has Tyler O'Neill. Hear me out. Oh, God. Thank you for opening into this. Tyler O'Neill has 9 home runs. Do you know how many the Cardinals have as a team?
11?
18.
18.
Yeah, we doubled them up. But he missed, he ran into Rafael Devers and missed, 10 games with a concussion. He still has half our home runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to parlay to
So, let's just, if we're going to throw in people that we've traded away.
We don't want to go down that rabbit hole. It's endless.
How many home runs does Adelis have?
I think 5 or 6. Richie Palacios. We got Kittredge back. Not complaining. He's got 3. He's hitting 300. He's hitting third in their lineup. So, the Tyler O'Neill. But honestly,
but the Rays just do that.
They do. The Rays are going to Ray. O'Neill, too, it was his last year under contract. He kind of ran his course here. It's just, man, I wish we could.
But honestly, like, when O'Neill left, we all kind of expected it.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. He had ran his course here.
We knew that potential was there.
Yeah.
Everyone knew that potential was there.
In 20 games.
Was he going to ever achieve it under Ollie?
No, he hit an in for him. I mean, that goes back to we're not fans of the manager, but also Tyler O'Neill in 20 games, he could be in the IL for basically the rest of the year. Could happen.
It's very well.
He's had one season his whole career has been healthy. And he hit 31 dingers.
And I think he was top 5 in MVP.
He was. Yeah, he was. He was amazing. He really was. So, I'm not going to fault that trade completely. But it just stinks when you look at what our offense is doing right now. Like, honestly, this team, if the offense comes around, the division's very winnable. I mean, it's still there for us.
Yeah.
What worries me is the Cubs. I think they're 18-11. They're missing their best pitcher, Justin Steele, arguably. Imanaga's looked great for them.
Yeah, it's been fantastic.
Unbelievable. But they've lost Suzuki for a while. Bellinger is out, and they're still where they are. Like, they've dealt with injuries. I still think they're winning the division. Really do.
Honestly, if our hitting would just pick it up.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, if our hitting picks it up, I don't see our pitching sticking where it's at
That's
right
the
now.
problem. And especially the bullpen, like, we're getting so much out of them. We're expecting so much out of them, like, the pitching as a whole.
I think that our team is about where I thought it'd be.
Just inverse.
Just not performing the way that I thought it'd be.
Well, to the offense to talk about, like I said, we're 20th in total offense going into the day. Oh, shit. We're behind the Marlins in runs. We're 28th in home runs, it was. The White Sox, they've got as many home runs as us. They're a AAA team. Robert's hurt. But
He always hurt, I just assume.
Yeah, fair point. Yeah. See, it is every other day. Yeah, probably down. Our best hitters have been our catchers, Contreras and Herrera. I think Contreras has looked great, hitting-wise, not catching-wise. And he was even hurt. He missed a couple games.
Oh, well, he's been DHing some too, hasn't he?
Yeah. Is he, how was it? Was it a hand? I think it was. Couldn't catch, which is probably not a bad thing.
Herrera's better behind the plate.
Oh, Herrera's actually pretty good behind the plate. His pitch framing. The games I've watched, it's amazing. I mean, he's very good.
He's I hate to say it, he's Molina-esque.
He is Molina-esque. We won't say he's Molina, but esque. No. I like that. I do.
Yeah.
He's great defensively and offensively. Like, honestly, he takes professional bats. His numbers don't.
Well, that's all Molina was for the first 5-6 years of his career.
He's not an easy out. Like, he'll work the count. He goes up there with the plan, which is more than we can say for a lot of the young bats.
Right? Now, if he just learns to, pop that ball over right field.
That'd be pretty great. Yeah. Just take your single and stay there. Just dump it. And he's honestly got surprising pop, I think. I think he's got 20 homer potential. Yeah. He's looked great. Well, him and Contreras have looked great. The rest of the offense, Mason Lynn. He's looked good.
He's hitting like 320, isn't he?
And he's showing his speed. He doesn't have any homers, but I'm fine with that. Don't.
He's your shortstop.
Line drive. I think last year he came up, he tried to do too much. You see that in young players. He just needs to bat on ball, line drive, spray the ball across the field, get on base, and use those wheels.
Yeah, it's just a shame that no one is there to drive him in.
That's a good point. Maybe it'll come. Maybe. We'll see. He's doing his job, and that's all that matters. His defense.
Right now they've got him batting ahead of either Goldschmidt or...
I think for a game, he's still the bottom lineup most of the time, but I think I don't see why they wouldn't move him up.
Right in front of a guy that's going to knock him in. Right now, Goldschmidt is your pretty standard sub-200 April Goldschmidt.
I hope. I'm worried about him. He's 37. His bat speed has diminished last couple of years. He went to driveline in the offseason. And I think it was it
Oakland? Where his stats are right now?
Comparable to his MVP season?
Almost identical.
He's also a couple years older. I'm worried. I really am. Is he 37, I believe?
Yeah.
Which I'll give to you. Back then, that was 2 years ago, I believe. I was like, he's 35. I don't think it's coming back. And it did. He's
Next
been a
thing
slow start.
He's got 35 home runs.
Yeah, that worked out well then. I don't know that will happen this year. Arenado, though, you got to think.
He's hitting for average, but not for power.
No. You've got to think Goldie and Arenado will come around.
I think Arenado's hitting like 280 still.
Yeah, it's in that ballpark. One home run, I think.
That's he's just not hitting for power.
Weather got to warm up. It doesn't have that Colorado air anymore. Weather warm up. Be fine. But, man, if those guys would start hitting, like, I think Brendan Donovan's been fine. He's Brendan Donovan. I mean, he's doing what, nothing spectacular, but...
Nothing about the Cardinals' offense has been spectacular.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't. I mean, like I said, that's what's held him back. Alec Burleson, his numbers don't look terrible, but I was hoping he would run with the opportunity. With Newt out, start the year.
Newt's come back and hasn't exactly just like, hey, this is my spot.
No, but, he didn't have spring training. Like, he didn't have much. I like Newt. I mean, this is a lot of stuff. It's like, I think they'll hit, but, man, until they show something, not look great. But Burleson, I'd love to see him take off. Hadn't happened. But all these guys, like, it's a lot of, like, you think it's going to come around. But as we get 10 more games into the season, it's like, oof, is it? Because you could see, like, devil's advocate here with Goldie. He's old. With me, it's always been like, hype.
Cardinals fans like to think that he will do what he did a couple years ago, and he'll bounce back, and he'll have a pretty solid season, the typical goalie season.
Yeah.
But one of these years has to be the year.
It's going to be the year, yeah.
One of these years has to be the year.
I'm always like, is that this year? Yeah. And my thing is, like, as a whole, underachieving offense. These guys, these prospects coming up, underachieve for the most part. What the hell, hitting wise, is going on?
I think that it's in my opinion fairly obvious. Is like we've got great hitting coaches in the AAA system.
It's almost like that.
And when they get to the major league level,
stalls. Development stalls. Like Jordan Walker was the one guy I was like, even we can't ruin that.
We have though.
Hold my beer. We've ruined him. We've ruined
Well, for me, it was Tyler O'Neill. We would see it year after year after year. Yeah. He'd come to the majors.
Yeah.
He'd hit 210 and strike out a ton. He'd go back to the minors.
Tear it up.
He'd hit 380 with 4 home runs.
Yeah.
He'd come back to the majors. He'd hit 210.
Yeah, it's like, what's going on? Because I know it's a step up.
Is he just a AAA plus hitter?
Yeah.
No. He's hit 9 home runs in 15 games.
Look what he's done in Boston. No, you're right. Like, there's something, and that's my thing. Man, we talk trades and losing trades, but also you look at it, these hitters going elsewhere that improve everywhere else. Like, we're talking Tampa.
It's not
Tampa,
just
Boston.
It's not just a coincidence at this point.
No. Luke Voigt, like in the COVID year, went to New York. Look at what he did there. And honestly, in his case, I think injuries derailed us. Injuries made that trade look better for us. He had a lot.
In the Yankees' defense, I guess, he was the best AAA hitter in all of baseball.
With us?
When we traded him.
Yeah. Well, what I'm just saying is all these guys that come up with us get sent elsewhere. Even guys that aren't like top, whatever prospects, they take off elsewhere. Eventually, it's like, okay, is it really the front office? And don't get me wrong, I'm not advocating for a front office. Is it them, or is it the actual freaking coaches that deal with these guys?
It is the
day-to-day basis.
In my opinion, it is absolutely the hitting coaches in the St. Louis system.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, because
I don't know why we're not just letting guys, when they get to St. Louis from AAA, and just tapping them on the shoulder and saying, don't change anything.
Well, that's Jordan Walker. Oh, I'll never forget this interview last year with him. He got sent down to the minors. He came back up, was a different hitter, and it was like, what'd you do? What'd you work on? He's like, I just was me. They're like, well, what did the organization change about you? He was like, nothing. I just hit the ball hard. He's like, they had all these at the major league level philosophy.
He gets to St. Louis and he is still hitting the ball super hard, right into the fucking ground.
Yeah. But he did that in the minors, and he was like, yeah, I hit the ball hard. He's like, I just naturally started elevating it. And it's like, okay, if it worked down there, crazy thought, maybe let it manifest up here. Quit screwing with the kid. He's every level he's been at, he's been one of the best players down there.
Yeah.
Doing his thing.
This was a top 5 prospect in baseball.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was. He was top 5. And, I mean, the yo-yo send him up, down, all this. And that was my thing, too, defensively. It's like, yeah, he struggled in the right field. Well, when he hadn't played right field.
Because he's a third baseman, or he was a third baseman.
He was a third baseman his whole life until about 30 games of minors. We brought him up the majors last year. Oh my gosh, he struggles out there.
Yeah, of course he looks like a fucking baby giraffe in right field.
Yeah, when he's not ever played there. Shit, man. I mean, I don't get it. I think it's a coaching disconnect more than anything. What sucks, that's leading to us squandering, the end, in my mind, of the Goldie Arenado era and stuff. So, Victor Scott, that was another one. Came up, flopped. Like
he's a Jeremy Hazelbaker.
Dude, don't you knock Hazelbaker. That dude was amazing for a hot minute. But no, when guys recess, when they get up here, it's a problem. Turner Ward isn't the answer, I don't think. Who'd they have before him from the Astros? Gosh dang, who was the guy that got ripped? Can't think of his name. He's all about analytics. But anyway, I think that's it. The other thing I meant to bring up is defensively. Like, our pitching has looked great. Our defense is back to what it was.
Yeah.
2021, 2022, when you have gold gloves.
Colt Long days.
Yeah, all around the infield. It's looked great. Nato, Goldie returned to form. Mason freaking win. That's your gold glove.
Just got just born with a cannon on that hand.
Oh, and he's so quick. He gets to so many balls.
Yeah.
I didn't see Ozzie Smith play, but this shit's fun. Like,
I will say this. Ozzie Smith didn't have that kind of arm.
No, he didn't, but I don't know that he had to be. He probably threw through his freaking legs. He was so good. I mean, he knows, behind the back.
Who did have that arm?
So, yeah, I don't think many were throwing 100 back then from the shortstop position.
110.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I watched that video. It was a hell of a crow. I'll have to get that. He was trying to set a record with that.
Yeah.
Thing. But yeah, defensively, pitching looked great. If the offense could learn how to hit, quit ruining guys like Jordan Walker, we'd have a chance this year. It's got to happen soon. Like, this turnaround offensively. Like, with our coaches too, I don't have much faith in it. I really don't. So right now, it's like, it's not a total disaster, but I feel like we're lucky to be where we're at.
They are what they thought we were.
They are what we thought we were.
No, actually, they're not.
They're the opposite, but the same, if that makes sense.
Yes.
They're the same spot we thought they'd be. They just took a different way to get there. Yep. So,
I think that's the absolute best way to put it. Is like, right now, if you told me that the Cardinals are going to be 14-16, which is what they are right now after today's doubleheader, I'd be like, yeah, that sounds about right. How'd we get there?
Yeah.
Not anywhere like what I thought.
If you told me Jordan Walker was in the minors, Victor Scott was in the minors from opening day, I'd be like, oh shit.
If you told me that Lance Lynn was 3-1 and that Sonny Gray was 3-0,
leading the division.
Yep.
That's where we're at. I think we ought to try to, like, what do you think? Like, once a month at least update State of the Cardinals, something like that.
If it's not too depressing, I'm in.
Yeah, there you go. We might pull the plug by July. It's a possibility. That's how last year. Oh my gosh, we were coming last year. Be like.
So here's the thing. Cardinals suck. That's
go Cubs, go. Oof. They're more fun to watch.
We're not that desperate.
No, not yet. Give me another month. But no, that's where we're at. Offense sucks. Pitching has been better than expected. We pray it stays that way. If so, this could be interesting. If not, we're going to be looking at top 5. And
please score 3 runs tomorrow.
Yeah, that's all we're looking for. Oof. So that's our our St. Louis update. Battlehawks, kick off! That's our St. Louis update. So thank you for listening, watching, whatever you do, and have a good night.
Hey, don't forget to like, subscribe.
What do you say?
Benchwarmers Basement Banter is
Ozzy.
Do it for Ozzy, Yachty, and Wayno there. Don't forget about them.
Hell of a trip.
And thanks for watching. Have a nice night.
See ya. That's good. Dude, the Cardinals are depressed.